everybody, it's Friday night, and you know what that means. It's time for Talk to Us, Please. This is the Not So Late Night show from Vermont Comedy Club, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
We've got a great show for you featuring comedians John Doerr and Brittany Carney and musical guest Holly Stoddard and more.
So let's do it, friends. Let's start the show. Oh, wow. Here we are.
Hi.
It's Friday night.
Holy moly.
We do this every Friday night. And don't they all blur together? Don't they all blur together?
They sure do.
I'm Natalie.
I'm Nathan.
And this is our show. We want to know how you're feeling. I want to know one thing that made you happy this week. Sound off in the chat, okay? We're streaming to YouTube. We're streaming to Twitch. We're streaming to Facebook. We can see all the chats at once with our nifty little chat aggregator. So please let us know. I'm desperate to know what is one thing that made someone happy this week.
Make somebody happy.
I also would love to know what you're drinking. And I will start. I'm drinking just bourbon on the rocks, but I made my own Luxardo cherries. That's right. We have a cherry tree in our front yard. And I looked up how to make them online, and they are okay.
They're not like Luxardo cherries, like the ones you buy.
No, I was missing one ingredient and said, nah, I'll do it without that ingredient.
What was
So
that ingredient?
Nutmeg.
Nutmeg, huh?
Yeah, well,
That doesn't seem like it would spoil the situation.
it also could just be that I made them.
Maybe, but you're doing things that no one ever thought Natalie could do before
That's
quarantine.
true. Yeah, baby.
Baking things and laundry and all sorts of things.
No, I'm not really doing laundry. That's a lie. But thank
I'll
you.
tell you one thing that happened that made me happy this week. Earlier today, a friend of ours came by and we had a very socially distanced hang with her and her baby. And that was fun. It was nice to see like the innocence of a small child who just like doesn't know what's going on in the world, just toddling around the backyard and just having fun and being
petting
cute.
our dogs.
That was like, oh yeah, right. There is like hope in the universe.
Yeah. Oh, Bettina's had a socially distant walk with Singer today.
Oh, cool.
Ugh, we miss them so much. Singer.
All of y'all.
All right. Anyway, we're taking donations throughout the show.
Not for ourselves, but for a cause. We do this every Friday night. It's a free show. But if you're enjoying yourself and you want to support a good cause, what is our cause this week? It's right here. The Native American Rights Fund is what it is. You can find out more about them by going to narf.org. And if you are so inclined to help that community out, then chuck us a little money and we will throw it their way.
Anything in the next 2 hours is going to go to them. So donate on our website or Venmo. We write jokes every week. That's what we try to do. We do an opening monologue.
I mean, we have interesting guests and fun stuff coming down the pike, but we always try to start our show with a little bit of levity about the week that has passed. And we write some jokes, and because we don't have an audience that we can hear, we substitute
a laugh track on an iPad, because nothing screams comedy like no reaction.
Right. I don't know. This is like one click better than no reaction, which is like forcing an artificial reaction of one's own to your own jokes.
But I think when we get back to normal times, if that ever happens, maybe I'll just bring one of those to open mics.
Yeah.
And just make my own laughter. We don't need you. We do.
I can think of a few open micers who could really use this.
Yes, absolutely.
Went to the beach, Jade says. That sounds wonderful.
Oh, nice. Oh, hi, Jade.
Anna said that she finished a creative thing with Neil. I think I know what that thing is, actually.
Oh, maybe we'll plug that later in the night.
Yeah.
A creative thing. What?
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, I think it's time for News of the Week. All right. The CEO of Goya Foods praised the president recently, leading to calls for a boycott from Trump critics. In response, Trump and his daughter posed for photos with several cans of Goya beans. It's like that old song, beans, beans, the magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you chip away at our fragile democracy. Pour out a can of beans for the 141,000 dead people.
That doesn't really rhyme.
Doesn't have to rhyme.
The administration of Georgia Governor Brian Kemp filed a lawsuit yesterday seeking to block Atlanta and its mayor, Keisha Lance Bottoms, from enforcing the recommended mask requirement. Said Kemp, Georgians will wear masks over my dead body, and also their own. Over 3,000 so far. Panther Pride!
Oof. In spite of Brian Kemp's clear desire to get coronavirus himself, Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt beat him to the punch to become the first governor in the nation to test positive for coronavirus. That's right. We're doing another singing one. Oh, Oklahoma, where the germs come sweeping down the plain, where you wear no mask, you look like an ass, and you kill your people with no shame.
Very good, very good. I'm sorry I couldn't jump in there. I'm not a professional.
You know what? Boo. Boo yourself.
Okay.
Bad accompaniment.
All right. That's a long boo. Okay, shut up, iPad. Russian intelligence hackers are trying to steal coronavirus vaccine research, the NSA reports. This is a clear act of aggression on the part of Russia, and there's really only one acceptable response. The military should fly jets over Russian airspace, open the bomb bay doors, and drop the fucking vaccine. Just give everybody the goddamn vaccine, people. The punchline there is that human lives should be worth more than money.
True. Okay, moving on. The GOP is scaling back the Republican National Convention that is being held in Jacksonville, Florida, and utilizing outdoor venues and limiting the capacity. When I hear a big party outdoors, I'm thinking, hey, this is Coachella this year. Coachella got canceled, and I hear that Mitch McConnell can really rock a boho look. I hope that the graphic is there. And if it is, I'm not sorry.
Nice. A squirrel in Colorado tested positive for bubonic plague this week. An infectious disease doctor at Stanford reassured the public, saying we only need to avoid handling sick animals and that the disease can be treated with antibiotics. Republican Governor Brian Kemp immediately gave a speech defending his right to lick the inside of the mouths of dying squirrels and called antibiotics a sinister plot of the deep state.
Sounds about right. 87-year-old Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg was discharged from the hospital this week. But today she announced her liver cancer has returned and she is undergoing chemotherapy. This is me telling young people, go report to Ruth's chambers and you're going to have all of your blood just siphoned directly into her veins. Okay? It's for our country. She has to last until 2021 or maybe 2025 or potentially the rest of Trump's life. Like, just be a good person and become a blood boy is what I'm saying.
Okay, we're all going to be blood boys.
I am a blood boy for Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Is that a bumper sticker?
It is. Yes, you can buy it on our website.
In Oregon and Colorado, unmarked vans of government commandos are abducting protesters off the street without identifying themselves or reading people their rights, a move that many are rightly shocked and horrified by. I mean, vans? I've never seen the soldiers of a fascist dictatorship purge dissidents and intellectuals while driving around in a Chrysler Pacifica.
Dr. Anthony Fauci, the top federal infectious disease expert, said in an interview Wednesday that he does not understand why White House officials have tried to discredit him recently. The rumor on Capitol Hill is that Trump is jealous of his super zaddy energy that he had on the cover of this month's In Style magazine. We see you, Tony.
Where's the whistle?
Wolf whistle.
There it is. Nailed it. Donald Trump's niece, Mary Trump, told MSNBC's Rachel Maddow that she has heard her uncle use racist and anti-Semitic slurs. Trump responded, I slur all the time. I have the greatest slurs. I slur because my brain is in cognitive decline.
In breaking news, the White House is blocking the CDC director and other officials from testifying in front of Congress next week about reopening schools. When asked for comment, Betsy DeVos said, science has absolutely no place in schools. Jesus never took a science class, so your kids shouldn't have to either.
In sports news, the Washington Redskins finally did the equivalent of a fine, I'll marry you, so stop nagging me, and announced they will change their name and logo. It's unknown what the new name will be, but it seems the DC Predators might be most apropos, as 15 women told the Washington Post this week that they were subjected to sexual harassment while working for the team. Hard to imagine that a team named after a slur for people we perpetuated a genocide against would be bigoted enough to treat women as second-class citizens.
3 teens reeled in a 700-pound bluefin tuna over the course of 7 hours this week. George St. Geekland and Gil Faison, charmed, I'm sure, called the teens immediately to express their sentiments that, say it with us now, that's entirely too much tuna.
That's just for the comedy nerds. Disney World reopened after 4 months this week, proving it truly is a smallpox world after all. That when you wish upon a William Barr, even if you've caught a deadly virus, even when a disease is a wish your heart hates, even when you're fast asleep like a princess in a medically induced coma, and you lack the bare necessities like a ventilator, ultimately we all just want to be where the people are, walking around on those, what do you call them? COVID toes. It's a whole new world of risk, so hold your breath, it gets better for 95% of survivors. Hakuna Corona, what a wonderful wave.
Take a breath. Take a breath. We could have done that for a lot longer.
Sure, we could have.
Okay, finally, we always like to end the night. And the night? No, just end the segment. There's a lot more show.
The night's just beginning.
It's just beginning.
Hold your breath,
It's going to be way funnier than we are. Okay, so finally, we always like to end with a piece of good news because there is good news in the world. An 89-year-old Nebraska man estimated that he has donated blood platelets over 700 times in his life, which is amazing. He never stopped donating, no matter how many times Goodwill asked him to stop. Yay!
That's the news, everybody!
Oh,
Hey,
the
all
news.
right, the
We
news.
try and make it not so depressing, but
never,
it's so hard.
Never not horrifying.
Well, let's get on with the show, shall we? It's time for our special guest, and we are going to, before we bring him on, we're going to play a clip.
This is one of the most funny people we know, and we're gonna. He recently, I think, hosted a Just for Laughs special that aired all over Canada, and this is a little bit of that. So we're gonna show you a little bit of that. Take a look.
So I'll tell you a bit about me and what's going on in my life these days. I moved to a place called Alaska. I used to live in Los Angeles, California, and I moved to Alaska, and all my friends they think I'm crazy, right? I met this beautiful woman, so I moved to Alaska. My friends are like, "Are you nuts? You love Los Angeles." And I tell them it's the same thing. Juneau, Alaska, Los Angeles, California, what's the difference? And my friends are like, well, Bruce Springsteen is playing at the Forum tonight in Los Angeles. And I say, yeah, well, big deal. So I pulled out the Juneau newspaper, and I looked under the events section, and it says right here, true story, same night that Bruce was playing at the Forum, listen to this. Here's what you can enjoy music on the fly. 7 to 8 p.m., Juneau International Airport, live music in the baggage claim area. This is great too, underneath it. This is in the entertainment section. It says one of the events is the widowed person's brunch. In the entertainment section. It's true. It says all widows and widowers are invited to this social event. For information, reservations, call, and it has a phone number. I'm gonna make a reservation for sure. How many people are in your reservation? One. You work there and you're asking that question? Yeah, one. I eat alone now. Usually Lucky Charms in my underwear while I'm crying, but I like to try and get out of the house for a bit.
Oh, I love him.
Isn't he amazing? And he is with us tonight. We are so lucky. Please clap in your living rooms. It's John Doerr.
Oh,
Yeah.
Doerr.
Hi.
Hello.
Can I be seen? Can I be
You
heard?
can
be seen
You
and
can be
heard.
seen and heard.
Okay, great. And can you see me and hear me?
Yes.
I was asking for permission, and now I'm confirming that you can see me and hear me.
Yes.
Good.
Great,
Excellent.
yeah.
Nice to see the two of you. Thanks for the invite. Who canceled? I got this call last night.
No,
No,
no
it's-
one canceled.
us.
Nice to see the two of you. Thanks for the invite. Who canceled? I got this call last night.
No,
no
it's-
one canceled.
us
We just
entirely.
waited until the last minute to
Yeah.
book this week.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
That is exactly what you're supposed to say. But who did that?
if I could have done that when we had a comedy club open, I would have.
Okay. What does that mean? You would, if you could have canceled, then I don't
no,
know what that means.
No, if I could have waited till Wednesday to book that weekend's headliner, I would have.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it doesn't quite work that way. Are you? So what's going on there in Vermont? What do you mean when you had a comedy club?
Well, it's closed.
We still have one, but it's closed.
That's what I wanted confirmation on. I was about
Yes.
to burst into tears if I found out that you guys had to actually close. But I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yes.
We
yeah,
are
we're hanging in there.
temporarily closed,
Yeah.
and we will fight to the death to keep the club active. So, you are our first headliner. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
You were our very first headliner at the club. I don't even know if you knew.
When you first opened. Oh, is that right? Okay, yeah. I think maybe I did know that, but I think you had an opening the week before, didn't you? Like a soft opening?
Yeah.
Yes, it was our local, it was our comedy contest, our stand-up contest that we do every year for local comedians.
Right.
But you are our first official headliner.
I don't like to say that I'm a headliner. I like to say that I went on last because everyone was fantastic and a headliner in their own right. I just had the misfortune of going last. That's all. But yeah, your club is amazing for many reasons. It's close to Canada. It's in a beautiful city. The club itself is wonderful. But I would love to come back for this reason. The patio was not open when I was there last.
Oh.
So yes. So the
Were
patio
you-
was something new.
Was it too cold out or something? Or was it
No,
not
we
open
didn't
yet?
have a patio. It wasn't built.
No, but you had the railing, but you hadn't, I don't think you had the license yet. The last time I was there, I had heard news that it was probably going to be opening very soon, like in the next few weeks. And I was very angry about that. Yeah. But yeah.
Well, next time.
It's there now. You can go hang out on it if you want.
I will. I'll find a way back into Canada if I can.
Speaking of being outdoors, are you outdoors right now?
I am. Yes, I am
Are you in Jay Leno's garage? What's behind you?
I'm in my personal carport.
Yeah.
Here's a lot of news real quick for you. I'm in Juneau, Alaska, where I live. My girlfriend does not drink, so I don't bring beer into the house. And I've been on the phone today talking with friends because I'm not working today. And I decided I would conduct this interview from the carport. It's very cold here, hence what I'm wearing, hence what I'm drinking. I'm going to light up a cigarette. But it's great to see you. So that's a lot.
Wow, that is a lot.
That is a lot.
So you're in Juneau, Alaska. I presume you have not given up your sweet, sweet Canadian citizenship, though.
No, I don't think I could ever give that up. Yeah, no, I have a sweet, very lucky to have a Canadian citizenship. So, no, I have not given that up, but I know what you're getting at. I do have a green card. I'm a legal resident of the United States, so you can settle down and call off the watchdogs. I'm allowed to be where I am right now.
Yeah, that's what
Got
we're
it?
getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
This
good.
whole show is just an elaborate ruse for ICE.
That's what I heard. But anyway, I'm legal, so it's all good. So I'm up in Alaska hanging out and enjoying life. The numbers here are a little lower than in most places, so things have opened up. We're in a different phase. And this is the kind of place where you can actually walk out into the world and go on a hike and not see anyone and feel like the entire universe is your own. So there's some benefits to being up here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
that sounds
Wow.
really amazing.
Not that you asked about it, just thought I'd tell you.
Well, we really
That's why we're
didn't.
here.
We didn't want to know.
No.
We didn't, but I'm glad.
Can't take it back. Can't take it back.
I am obsessed with Emma.
Oh, yeah.
You do so on John's Instagram. I highly suggest you follow it. You do these videos with, I assume, your girlfriend's daughter? ?
You've assumed correctly. Yeah, my
Okay, great.
girlfriend's daughter. Mhm.
She is amazing, and I
That's so nice.
love to watch you torment her. Those videos make me laugh when nothing else has been making me laugh for months. So
yeah. Oh, that's great to hear. Yeah. Oh no, you're welcome. I mean, that's high praise. Because I really know what the reaction is because I throw it out there, but you don't get that instantaneous response that you do in a comedy club. But yeah, this kid is absolutely interesting. I'm learning a lot about myself. But yeah, she's she's so I've been thrown to a number one. I never thought I'd be, living with a child.
Mhm.
So now I'm thrust into the role of co-parent. The term that I'm now called a bonus parent. When I take this child to school, they need to know who I am, and I'm not her father. I am a bonus parent, which is the new friendly term. They don't like step parent because that has evil connotations to it. But I think bonus parent will ultimately adopt those evil ones if I have anything to say about it. And yeah, Emma is interesting. She's now 6 years old, and it's every single day. If I had that camera rolling, I think we'd have a lot of content. But yeah, it's fun to. I'm not really trying to torment her. It just kind of is who she is, and that's how I'm very playful with her, and she's playful with me. So yeah, but I'm glad
it's
you
all
like
good fun, and yeah, it's amazing. I hope to meet her one day. She is a gem.
Wow,
she is a
celebrity.
gem. Yeah, she really
Well,
is. You can tell her she's famous in our household, at least.
Oh, that's great. Well, I wish I did. I was doing this Zoom inside because she's inside right now, and you could meet her. But I can't drink in the house, so that's not gonna happen.
I'm not putting my beer down for that.
So you said that things are open up there. Are you doing any comedy up there? Like, what's going on? Like,
yeah, I shouldn't misrepresent what's really going on. I mean, it's opening up a little bit more than most places, I'd imagine. The numbers are low. We've had a recent spike, but not to the degree of other states. The governor here he was not popular, by the way, but he did take it pretty seriously early on, so places shut down. So yeah, some bars and restaurants are open, but with social distancing, and you can hop on a patio. Most people wear masks when they're out, but it's so wide open and there's mountains everywhere. I really feel like I should unhook this camera and just show you what I'm dealing with here, because it is wide open. There's hikes everywhere. Yeah, I mean,
people want to see Alaska. Our audience has never been to Alaska. Not a single person. Not a single.
That's the mountain and the tram. I don't know if you can see that right there.
Wow.
And then there's the federal building, and there's another mountain. Should we go see if Emma's around?
Oh my gosh, yes,
Sure,
100%.
We might as well. What do you want? What do you want to chat about on the way?
We know where you live now. So
please visit. Please.
Yeah.
Please.
I think we just need to prep everyone for Emma because she's so wonderful.
Yeah, I think you're overselling.
No,
I'm not. I hope that she hates this and just turns around and runs from the camera. That's what
I was just about to say. I don't know what we're gonna get when I go inside. Okay, because no one in there is prepared. Christina, my girlfriend, her mother, just arrived back home. I don't know what Emma is up to, so I'm walking in this door, and we do not know what we're gonna get. So keep that in mind.
We're punked right now. This is
anybody uncomfortable.
Childhood punked.
Well, let's just see what she's up to. I don't see her. She usually hangs out in the kitchen watching Alexa, but she's not doing that. Oh, she's watching a movie. I can see the movie on. Let's go scare her.
I feel like we should be quiet.
Yeah. Oh, he's got earbuds in, but. Okay, we're watching some we got some Lorax action going on.
You got a camera smack. That's not bad.
That's not bad. That is not bad.
I'll take it.
I will take a camera smack any day. I've now been camera smacked by Emma.
I said, we didn't know we were going to get. They're having a peaceful afternoon on the couch watching the Lorax, and I just tried to interrupt it.
Wow.
Lovely.
Well, anyway, we don't want to keep you too long, but it's so good to see you. I can't wait till we're back open and we can have you come back to the club in real life. I'll let you go out on the patio no matter when it is.
You have no idea how happy that would make me. I love it because it's close to Ottawa, close to Montreal, and it's such a great city, and you guys are great. Is there anything else you want to know? Can I say anything? What's going on?
Oh, geez.
You got to move on. You have a big show, right?
Yeah, we've got a huge show. Huge. We got some sketches. I did pull one of those Emma videos that I was thinking that when you got off we would show.
Oh,
but
great.
I don't know how I mean, it's
show it, please.
Brilliant.
Great.
So
which one is it?
The one we're gonna play first. What
It's
is
the
that?
it's a candy one, right? The Halloween
I don't know which one
candy
it is.
Oh,
where you're
that
watching
one's-
in the reflection.
That one worked out great.
That's
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of
Oh,
the-
please, by all means, I'd be honored if you showed that. Yeah, that'd be
Anyway.
great.
All right. Well,
Well, thank
we
you, buddy.
have to let you go, but we
Yeah.
love you and we'll talk
Yeah.
to you soon.
Love you too. Be safe, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
You too.
Okay,
See
bye.
ya.
Oh my gosh.
John Doerr. We love
He is
John.
So great.
It's so nice to have this show and be able
Yeah.
to see these people that normally we would be booking. It's definitely been 2 years.
Yeah.
We usually have people every like year and a half to 2 years.
Yeah,
So he would be coming back right around now.
I think
And
so.
it's just
yeah.
really nice to be able to see the people that we really like that we don't get a chance to see anymore while the club is closed.
Totally.
You know?
So we're not going to make you wait any longer.
Oh, yeah.
The first video we're going to show, we have 2 of them that we pulled of John and Emma. And the first one is them in the car.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So-
Take a look. You're going to love it.
I'm gonna work as a doctor.
You gonna be a doctor? What's your doctor name gonna be? Dr. Farts?
No, Dr. Green.
Dr. Farts.
No, Dr. Green.
I'm a doctor and my name is Dr. Farts. Dr. Farts! That's Emma's name!
Don't call me that.
Dr. Farts! Her name is Emma and her doctor name is Dr. Farts. Paging Dr. Farts. Dr. Farts! That's your name. Dr. Farts!
You're Dr. Fart.
You're Dr. Farts!
John is Dr. Fart.
She's Dr. Farts! Got a coffee here.
My name is Dr. Farts.
Yeah. You see what I'm talking about.
Dr.
That
Farts.
is A
I mean,
plus parenting.
40 seconds of fart material. I think
Really good.
that really belongs
Really,
in our show.
really good.
Um,
Also, thank you people for the donations. We've got a couple
Yeah.
of donations so far. So thank you very much for that. You can donate on Venmo or on our website. And we've got another special
it's
guest.
time for our second special guest.
But
of the
first,
night.
a clip. If you've been to the club, you may have seen this person.
Yes.
They've come up from New York a number of times to do sets at the club.
Yes.
So check out this video.
Brittany Carney.
Cool, nice to see you. Hi, my name is Brittany. You guys look cool. This is what I look like. I'm a Black and Japanese female, so this is how I look up close, right? And then, like, from a distance, you know, sometimes it sort of appears like teenage Ethiopian boy got lost in Urban Outfitters for a long time. Build a sleep fort out of crop tops. My friend who runs a variety show in the area, she asked me if I could do drag Barack Obama. It struck me, I already look like if for Halloween Obama was 11 from Stranger Things. Like that's just what I've got going on, you know. I don't know. Dating's pretty tough in DC, but one like bizarre reality of my experience with it is that I've actually been with 3 guys from the University Maryland physics department. Yes. And I've never like been to the University of Maryland. I've never studied physics. I'm just not that attracted to social skills, apparently. So I happened to meet a 4th one by sheer coincidence off of OkCupid. I'm serious. He mentioned to me over conversation that he had to take physics classes for work, and then I was like, oh, where? And he said the University of Maryland, and I thought, what a curious phenomenon. Could it be that the University of Maryland Physics Department is conducting an experiment on the probability of fucking me? Or they're attracted to medium social skills. I know what I offer.
And we're back.
Funny.
Brittany is so good. We love him very much. So please clap in your living rooms. It's Brittany Carney. Yeah,
Hooray.
yeah.
Hooray.
Hi,
Yeah.
hello, hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Good to
You
see
too.
you too.
I love your background. It's making me feel nostalgic for when I've been at the club and like wandered around. What's that? Is that Church Street?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. we were like, we need one of those. We wouldn't need one of those city
Late night
scape
cityscapes.
things.
This is as
Yeah,
city
it's
as
got
it
like
gets.
sexy lights.
Yeah.
Uncommon Grounds. The coffee shop is somewhere behind.
Uncommon
Nice.
Grounds.
Good
Uncommon
memory, good
Grounds
memory.
closed.
Yeah.
It closed.
However,
That was pre-pandemic, wasn't it?
it was pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Yes, the owner
Oh.
retired, but the manager there is in the process of opening a new coffee shop in Essex
Oh, really?
Junction. And I'll drive you there next time. It's not walking distance.
Oh,
but
I would
but
love
it's
that.
good. Yeah.
Wait, how is it there regarding COVID? Like, has stuff changed a lot? Is it pretty open?
No, we're in that place where it's like we're cautiously optimistic because we have good numbers when it comes to like the rest of the country, but not so much that we feel like let's open everything up because we're so close
Well,
to
and-
every other state that like
Yeah.
all it takes is
There
like,
also was like they're waiting for the official numbers to come back, but there was kind of a large outbreak in southern Vermont. Most likely it's like kind of no offense to people in Manchester, but it's kind of like the rich place. And is a bunch of people with second homes coming up from
4th of
different,
July and
you know.
Other
know.
other places that are more COVID dense.
Right. But things are okay.
how are you functioning?
How are you? Yeah. Are you in New York still, or did you flee?
Yeah, I am well. So I was actually in Pennsylvania with my parents for 3 months, and like just sort of in the suburbs, and like I didn't leave except for 3 times, like during those 3 months, like and so I really was just cooped up with my parents, and then I got back to New York maybe about 3 weeks ago, and I'm really happy. It's good to be here, even though despite being formerly and probably historically the epicenter of the American epicenter of coronavirus, it's like the energy here is pretty optimistic. I think increasingly people are like using the city again, and everyone's wearing a mask and like going out into parks and stuff. I've been going to the beach, so I've been really happy. I've been doing I've been about 2 outside shows, which I didn't think would be this soon. And yeah, I'm good. I feel like it's like I was like really socially and emotionally regressing, and I really appreciate my parents. But I was like, okay, time to be an adult.
Yeah, that's hard.
But of course I will probably for the rest of my life cherish this random time that I had with my parents when there's like an epidemic and then racialized civil unrest at the end of it, and then what a year. And so then I'm back in New York. I was just thinking about Vermont yesterday. Oh wait, I'm gonna get to my second point, but I got tested last week and I don't have COVID, so
That's great.
my current emotions where I am
How was
right
the
now.
experience of being tested? Was it okay?
Yeah, have either of you been tested?
No,
Okay,
we basically
so
been in our house the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I was anxious about it. Like, the context is really kind of funny, where I was like not really thinking about getting tested unless I was going back to see my parents soon or something. And then this like guy I've been talking to who I had met in person was like, he had to go visit, but he's like kind of newly in my life, and he had to go visit his parents. So he was like, hey, do you want to get tested? And I was like, sure. Like, it was kind of early for like a shared medical exchange, but like what sort
When
of
I lived in
procedure?
New York, that was a different going to get tested with someone.
Yeah, so I just
Yeah.
got tested, and it was like I was feeling honestly like some anxiety about it. I think about the feeling of getting like the sensation, and then I have to say, truly, it feels crazy. It feels very odd, but it's kind of like no, it's just not that bad. It doesn't hurt, and it just feels like, at least in my case, it like it was like I was like preparing. It's like I knew that the Q-tip thing was gonna be like in my nose for a while, and I feel like because I knew it, it was more like funny and kind of ticklish. And then it felt like my sinus was like cleaned out for an hour. Yeah. But that was fine.
It's so funny though that like that's now kind of like a reality of like 2020. You're like I'm like kind of hanging out with this person. So I guess now we like have to synchronize all of our COVID tests together.
Yeah, I know. It's such a weird reality over time.
Yeah.
But honestly, not a bad idea. And I'm like, yeah, enjoying that. I was thinking about you guys in Vermont yesterday because the Strand bookstore in New York is now open, and there's like implementing a lot of social distancing stuff in there, but you can go in and look at books. And in the historical fiction section, there's a historical fiction about Vermont, but I think about a radio station, so I forgot what the book is called. But I was like, oh, I really miss my experiences in Vermont. Like, I look forward to going back to the state in a new, I don't know, eventually.
We had Jen Kirkman on last week, and she was talking about how she wrote she doesn't know if it's going to get picked up yet, but wrote a Hallmark Christmas movie that took place in a fictional town in Vermont.
No way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's perfect.
Good place to set fictional things, I guess.
That's really good. I hope it gets picked up.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the weather? What summer they're like now? Like, are you seeing much?
It's nice.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a
nice.
little humid, but like it's awesome.
I think
this is the time.
Everybody's just trying to eat up every last second of this ability to be outside and be socially distanced, hanging out. We were just talking the other day about how like maybe this is the winter we're gonna have to get into cross country skiing so we can see our friends, because we have to like go outside to see people,
That's a great point. It's like I think I keep taking that for granted. The idea that like, oh, I can be outside.
Right.
And like experience the city, but I feel like definitely when it gets cold, even here, it won't get as like seasonal, but it'll be cold to the point that like the same freedom won't exist. I feel like.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Well, and like outside shows.
Right.
I don't,
really
it's not going to happen unless some people buy some heaters.
There's some crazy people in New York who are going to put on some really weird shows outside.
I'm sure. Everyone's just wearing coats and there's like a heater. I'm positive that's gonna happen because also the thing is,
you think it's hard. You think it's hard to get people to come to your shows now?
Yeah.
It's like December 20th.
It's like 35 degrees. I think for whatever, to some toxic degrees, I feel like comics in New York will figure out how to do.
Yeah,
absolutely.
When did the club close? For the
March.
Yeah, March.
Oh yeah, I was like,
May. Oh my God, no way. No, March 12th.
Pretty much right when it got serious.
Yeah, it was right then.
Yeah, it was before the state mandated it, but only it was like a couple days before or something. We were like, no, we're not going to do this anymore.
Yeah.
So
we'll figure it out.
We will figure it out. We're talking about doing some outside shows too, which is fun because we're really like kind of stretching. We're thinking beyond like drive-in comedy shows, and we're thinking of more like weird stuff.
Don't blow the secret.
I'm just saying. Well, if people are watching, we're thinking of some weird stuff.
We are.
That sounds awesome.
You gotta pivot, It's great to see you, Brittany. We have to let you go, but thank you for coming on and catching up with us. And
Brittany, how can people find you?
Yeah.
Sure. I post a lot of stuff on my Instagram, so that's BRITTANY_Carnage. It's not my last name. My last name is Carney. Carnage. Brittany Carnage on Instagram.
Yay! All right, everybody, follow Brittany, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Bye. Thank you.
See ya. Brittany Carney. Really, really good comic, great person. Follow them on Instagram. Oh, and I think this is our time. Oh, we've had some people. Reba said, yes, I agree with Brittany. That I blurted out that wasn't so bad as soon as the tester removed the swab from the nose. So if you're out there and you're like, I should get tested for COVID. You should just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. It's not going to be that bad. And you can follow, I know, CEDO, CEDO, Community Economic Development Office. Orifice? That sounds wrong. They post all the time about free COVID testing sites around Burlington, Winooski. So follow them on Facebook or go to their website. I know that that's like a really good place to find out where the testing sites are around.
Reba's also kind enough to compliment the show and say it's a great live experience. Thank you so much. That's so nice. Neil says Comedy Zeppelin.
Oh, that's
his guess at the comedy.
a comedy
thing.
You know what? I had not thought about in the air yet, but now that you're saying it,
actually a hot air balloon.
There. I know that could be
basket
cool.
Like 6 feet above
with
the
a
ground.
megaphone. I'm not ruling that out. Okay,
Let's
Neil,
call up like everybody anybody in Queechee who owns a balloon. Let us know.
Yeah. Amazing. We do have to move on. We have another clip, another Emma clip because I love it so much.
Emma clip. This is the one about the Halloween.
This is the Halloween one. So
we just wanted to share it with you guys. So
enjoy, and then please follow John Doerr on Instagram.
TV's John Doerr.
TV's John Doerr. Check it out.
Promise you won't do it again.
I can't promise that. If we're in a pandemic and we're isolated in a home and I'm bored, I might have to go through your Halloween candy. So you're gonna have to hide it better.
I'm gonna go hide it right now. Hey! Get out of here!
Give me some candy.
No! Get away from my candy! Close your eyes. Stay here. Don't look in.
Okay.
I'll tell you when you can look.
Okay.
No looking. Now!
Okay, now I can come in?
Yep.
Okay. I think it's right up here.
You pink!
Got it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, what happened? What's
We're
wrong?
not friends!
Why?
We're back.
We're back, and we're back with Ruben Jackson. Hi, Ruben.
Hello, how are you all?
Oh, we're hanging in.
Hanging in. It's nice to see your face.
It's good to see you all too. What a year, huh?
What I know how I don't know how all of this has fit into
half a year.
It feels like the last decade's worth of stuff.
It feels like forever.
Yeah.
You know, I was there in February. I gave a talk in Rutland, early February about Duke Ellington. It seems
Rutland,
like about 10 years ago.
Gem of Vermont.
But it feels like 10 years ago. And I was supposed, there were all these things that you're supposed to do in life. Like I was going to be there for the Jazz Fest and blah, blah, blah. And then suddenly life goes, I don't think so. So I have to tell you, I haven't laughed this much since probably February. So thank you all. I mean, this is not easy as we know, it's not
thank
easy.
you. That's so nice of you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And seeing Church Street.
That feeling is so weird too, because like we went to an improv comedy festival in Miami in February, and that was the last thing we got to do. And then after that, it was like no more plans. Sorry, and we feel really grateful that we got to do it. But it was like after that, it felt like everything closed.
Right.
So, yeah, we're just trying to. So people know you as the former host of Friday Night Jazz on VPR.
Right.
You're also a poet and storyteller, and it's just nice. It's always nice to see you. You were on one of our improv shows, right? You were a guest on that.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that. That was a lot of fun.
I feel like that was like maybe 2 years ago, maybe. And you
like
told
2 dog years ago. But it's the way time is flying. My show, the radio show, is at the Library of Congress now. It's called the Archive of Public Broadcasting. And way back in December, which seems like 20 years ago, I was curious, so I went to the communications division or whatever, and listened to a few, and it seemed like a dream. Like, did it really happen?
Yeah.
And I'm honored, but it was, if you're musically consumed like I am, like I used to say, it was such an honor to get all that nerdy stuff out. And but see, for me, like musicians, comedians, timing is everything. So I get a lot from comedians. Plus, was it Bernie Mac said humor comes from pain? So I often think, like, I would tell jokes and people go, oh yeah, that's funny, but it's kind of sad. Like, Ruben, do you need some Prozac? You okay? Like. So anyway. But,
that's the line every comedian's dancing on every night.
Yeah, we're all just a little dark on the inside, like just very sad.
Yeah,
you gotta be.
My inner Franz Kafka.
Yeah.
And so
Doing
are,
the res-
where are you right now? Where are you with
I
this
am
stuff
I'm in Hyattsville, Maryland, which is just
Yeah.
outside DC. I
Yeah.
work in DC. I'm like half the world or more. I'm teleworking.
Okay.
I work in a music archive. Surprise, surprise. Don't faint.
Uh-huh.
And but I go in 1 day a week for 4 hours.
Mhm.
And it's a little, it's very schizophrenic because like everywhere, things are opening, but it's not, the battle isn't over.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
trying to stay safe, as the cliche goes.
Right.
I'm 64, so I'm not a kid. You think about risk stuff. I had cancer, so like the immune system. So you
Mhm.
think of all that, but you still try and find joy. Like,
Mhm.
I'll socially distance with friends. I had coffee with a friend last week, and you would have thought I'd hit the lotto because you see somebody and I'm screaming like, I'm just so glad to see you, or they'll put the coffee on the table and I go, look, Kramer, Kramer,
I
but
know it's crazy. Like just
oh
seeing
man,
another human being
It
from 6 feet away is
well,
such
it
a
it
visceral thing. Yeah.
it also is really making, at least me, but I think this is a more universal thing. It's really making you appreciate your relationships
oh
more.
gosh, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And
yes.
absence makes the heart grow fonder, I guess.
Oh my
But
gosh,
it's,
yeah, indeed,
you know,
indeed.
Yeah.
it's really making you. So I think you had a poem that you wanted to
Yes. Let me just
read.
say one more thing quickly about
Sure.
Please.
relationships. I
Yeah.
have so many, what do you call it, like extended family in Vermont, and
Mhm.
the distance thing is hard. Like my niece, I have a niece there in Winooski, and
Mhm.
like her first birthday was a couple of months ago, and they did a Zoom thing. I cry easily anyway, and I'm just like, you're bawling because you
Yeah.
think you can't get there now, and I'll start now. I don't wanna, a lot of my friends are probably watching. Oh, Ruben's still crying, but okay. The poem is Vermont Connected. A couple of weeks ago, I heard from a college friend. I went to Goddard back in the
Mhm.
70s, and
Mhm.
the woman with whom I had my first slow dance, other than the solo slow dances I would do in my parents' basement, pretending I was, which I got really good at. Anyway, she reached out to me, and I went, "Oh my God, it's so and so. You were like my first slow dance." So this poem, which was in my first book, which came out like 20 some years ago, but I have a new and selected poem that came out last October, is about that. And because it's Vermont connected, I just kind of wanted to share that because I'm at that age where you start bumping into people and you think, didn't we meet 10 years ago? And they go, no, that was 42 years ago.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. So it's called 1975. I don't know when it took place. Haha, bad pun. Okay.
Mhm.
Um,
Awesome. Take it away.
it was a long way to go for a party. 15 minutes from Canada, moon just above my right hand. It was winter. She was a school teacher who smelled of jasmine. Stevie Wonder sang Looking for Another Pure Love. Jeff Beck played a gorgeous solo. We danced as well as our cumbersome boots would allow. So that's the piece. Um,
Oh,
One thing about the poem, back then I bought my first pair of Timberlands in Montpelier. I was 18, and I came home for break. And of course, rappers and people weren't wearing Timberlands. So I get home, I go in the barber shop, and people look at my feet and they go, "What are you wearing? Those are the ugliest." I won't use the profanity, blank, blank, blank things I ever saw.
You were ahead of
But
your
it's
time.
1970. Yeah, it was. And now, so I tell people, I told a kid I was working in the after school program, hit Tim's on. It was like August. I said, I'm your Jackie Robinson. He said, what do you mean? I said, I took the blows so you could wear Tim's in the summer. So anyway, I had to tell that story.
That's great. I love that.
amazing. We have some comments from our audience, Ruben, for you.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Neil says, Ruben, I heard your voice every Friday for a while, and I've missed it so much.
Here we
Reba
go.
says, Ruben
I'm
Jackson.
grabbing.
Yeah. Seeing and hearing you is such a treat. People, yeah, everyone up here misses hearing you. You were such a huge part of especially music lovers.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
But it's nice to hear that you're working in music down there, and what an amazing accomplishment for your shows to be in the Library of
I
Congress,
know.
and
Yeah.
like you're immortalized. That's
I
amazing.
wish if my mother were alive, she'd probably pissing off all her friends because she'd be bragging about, oh, Ruben's got his shows in the Library of Congress, and but she'd also say, when you went, did you? She believed in dressing up. Were you dressed properly? You didn't wear jeans, did you? But I Vermont is in some ways more my home than DC, even though I grew up here. So I, much love to everybody, and I'm so glad to be, what did Carol Burnett say? I'm so glad we spent this time together.
Yeah.
And,
Us
see
too.
you when the dust clears.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll see you when we can gather
Right.
again.
Right.
All
You
right.
see, I
Much
broke up
love,
with my
Ruben.
barber.
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah,
Love
buddy.
to you. Okay.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh,
Ruben Jackson, the legend. So good. The best.
He's
The
so
best.
it feels like we're running a little long tonight, but
We
that's
are
just because
running
we
a
get
tiny
talking to
bit
friends of
long.
ours and we like these people, and it's so nice.
Also, our dog is maybe losing it, but we're
We'll
going to
see.
keep going.
We'll see.
And if necessary, you will just finish the show and I will
Well, we
take
better
a
get into
hike.
this thing, 'cause this is
We're gonna okay.
requiring
This
both
is
of us.
all right. We've got we do a segment sometimes called Alter Ego.
Alter ego.
Alter Ego, and this is where we interview characters. So
And this person's a character, man. We're gonna bring this person in and talk to him a little bit about something he's been working on and excited about. I don't know much about him, but please welcome Trip Mikado, I think is his
Trip
name.
Mikado.
Trip Mikado. And we'll just see if we can get him on screen here. All right, here we go. Trip.
Hey.
Hi. How's it going? Hi. So thanks for coming on the show. Trip, you're from are you from the, I'm unclear on my notes say, are you from that group, the Boogaloo Boys?
Boogaloo Boys? Nah, man. I'm from a group called the Boogie Board Boys.
Okay.
Good.
Sorry.
Good.
Yeah, good.
No,
I
that's
saw
good.
the Hawaiian
That's
shirt
good.
and I thought you were like with that alt-right extremist group like the Boogaloo Boys. But you're not.
No, we're just a bunch of chill guys who boogie board all over Southern California together.
Okay, that's a
All
huge,
right.
huge
Yeah,
relief.
no, boogie
Yeah.
boarding. Okay.
right
That's
on.
great. So I'm told that you have something that you want to promote. Our producer said you have something you want to promote, project you're trying to get off the ground or something like that. So what exactly is that? Because they did not tell me any details.
Yeah, the Boogie Board Boys are trying to start a race war in 2020.
That's fucked up. What are you talking about?
Yeah, a boogie boarding race. We want to race against another group of boogie boarders here in Cali. They're called the Good Times Gang. But it's going to be such super stiff competition that we want to call it the 2020 Race War.
Okay, Trip, that is problematic on so many levels.
But like anytime we ask the Good Time Gang if they want to participate in the race war, they say no.
Yeah, I think I know why.
We say we're doing a race war to benefit Black Lives Matter. And that just confuses them for some reason. We want to raise money for a good cause. I don't know why that's so confusing for people.
You don't know why?
Who does your marketing exactly? That's it.
We've even shown up for Black Lives Matter protests to promote our race war. And man, they are not into it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. So why do you want to do this so badly? What is it that makes you?
Why do we want to have a race war?
No, okay, don't put it that way. That's not what the boogie boarding competition. Why do you want to do the boogie boarding competition?
Well, because sometimes like a race war is like the only way to get people to pay attention, you know? I mean, people claim that they care about the different races in this country, but all anybody ever does is post on Facebook about it, and then they go back to their lives. Nobody shows up.
Okay, so to be clear, nobody shows up for your races. That's what.
Yeah, you're getting it. Yeah, except one time we had a right to bear arms race. And that's when the Boogie Board boys all wore matching neon tank tops showing off their sick paddling arms.
Okay, like a right to bear your actual arms.
Yeah, but then all these crazy dudes with guns showed up. It was a major buzzkill.
And then all the other times no one shows up.
To your
I
races.
can't imagine why.
Yeah, so we feel exactly the only way we can really engage people to really like strike fear into the hearts of these people.
Wait. Why do you want to strike fear into the hearts of people for a boogie boarding race?
Fear of missing out, brah. FOMO.
Right. Yeah, of course.
Like, we want you to be stoked on our race for and bummed if you miss out on the race for.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, Trip, you have to stop. Just don't call it a race war. Just call it a boogie board race or something.
Yeah,
You
just don't call it
can't
that.
call it that.
But it's a sick name.
Okay, well, people probably would associate it with something different.
It's like skin color, you know?
Oh, you mean like sunburns? Oh, that shit's no joke, guys. Skin cancer is real. I always say screen up before you're bored up.
Okay, thanks for joining us, Trip. Appreciate it.
Right on. Boogie board bros forever. Peace.
Wow.
Okay, wow. Yikes.
Well,
Our
unfortunately,
apologies.
not everyone is smart.
I don't think Trip understands. I think Eric Wright is correct here. He says, "Oh no, Trip doesn't get the double meaning of those words." I think maybe there was a little bit of an intellectual problem going on there. I don't think he means well, I think. Should we move on? Let's move on.
I think we should move on.
We absolutely should move.
We absolutely should.
I think we have one more thing,
on.
right?
We do have one more thing. This is really exciting, actually. This is our musical guest,
Musical
and
guest time.
this is a person that I kind of grew up with.
Kind of.
He's like a year younger than I am,
Ooh.
which is a big deal in middle school. But he's an incredible person and a very talented musician. So please help us welcome, clap in your living rooms. It's Collie Stoddard. Collie Stoddard.
Hey.
Yeah.
I had to allow it real quick. Did it work?
Hi. Oh,
Hey.
you know what? Nathan's got to turn your video on. There we
hear
go.
you,
We can do it.
But we're going to see
We're
what
doing it.
Yeah.
There we go. Hi.
Ah,
Wait,
yeah, it did.
what's up?
What? And oh my gosh, what an angle, what lighting, what
Yeah.
this is the setup.
Yeah, it's been working out. It's just, it's my half of my living room, so it just stays like this now. So
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
cool.
So what have you been doing for 20 years? I've seen your
Yeah,
I've seen Shawnee a lot. I've seen Shawnee a number of times. But what have you been up to for 20 years?
You know, I've been doing a lot of I graduated college and then started a family and then became a musician after all that. And now I'm doing that.
Amazing.
But then
And
it stopped because of COVID.
where are you right now? Like, where are you living right now?
I live in Somerville, Massachusetts.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So-
Boston
so-
area.
Yeah. So my dog and my cats have masks too. This is an epicenter here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And how have you been adjusting? Have you been doing online concerts, or what have you been doing to kind of like keep yourself artistically satisfied during the pandemic?
Yeah, I've been streaming. So I had a phase where I was when I was starting my career. I think around 2015. That's when I was like, okay, I'm going to try and be a musician professionally at some level. You know, that's what I'm going to try and do. Where I did a little bit online, and then I found it was really hard to just post a video a week onto YouTube back in the ancient 2015s. Now it's a little bit more accessible, but I still kind of went away from it. And but this is kind of like pushed me into that life. You know, I'm like, now I'm streaming on Tuesdays, Thursday, and Saturday, and Sunday matinees.
Holy
Trying
crap.
for about around an hour. Yeah.
Whoa. So
Wow.
what is the best way for people who are watching this? What's the best way for them to find those streams? Is it on YouTube? Is it Twitch? Like, what are you using?
I'm using Facebook. I'm hoping to get, I use Instagram too, but because it only does an hour and then cuts off.
Yeah.
And I'm not really at the helm of it. I just kind of let it go on the phone. So I but Facebook is the one that is a definite every time. Sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's like an hour and a half. Saturday nights tend to be like 2 hours, which is less than I was playing normally when I was playing live in Boston.
Yeah.
I was playing like 4 or 5 hour gigs, totally having a good time.
Yeah.
But
It's so interesting. It's so interesting too how like this has really there's a learning curve for all of us with this stuff, and it has really pushed us into learning about more of this technology and how it's used. And meanwhile, all these 16-year-old YouTubers have known it for years.
Right. That's I often tell people I'm the oldest millennial is what it feels like, Like freshman year in college was the first year Facebook went to other formats other than just the Ivy League school. And all my friends were like, dude, you got to get on Facebook. You got on Facebook. And I was like, dude, you guys, new friends. I have a MySpace. I'm good.
Yeah, MySpace.
Yeah,
forever,
MySpace, MySpace always and forever. I'm afraid that some way my MySpace page is somewhere there in the ether with all the pictures. Though the pictures are probably like this big. Every picture I have from that time period is like
everyone in your top 5 you hate now.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I don't even know what I was into when I made a MySpace. Like honestly, I mean, there's very few things that carried throughout the years. Like Pokemon still around. My kids like it. I introduced that to them, so that stuck around. But I don't know what I would have posted on MySpace. I have no idea. It wasn't music. That's the thing. I wasn't.
Yeah.
I sang in chorus and stuff. Obviously, back in the day.
You weren't in band, right?
I was.
I didn't remember you being in band, but now you play. What you play guitar, obviously.
The guitar, ukulele, bass, stuff like banjo a little bit and stuff like that. I barely ever bring those things out. I'm mostly I'm a looper, so I mostly use my voice is what I consider to be the first instrument, But I wasn't in band. I did take trumpet in 4th grade with Mr. Hewling, but I got a pipe cleaner stuck in my trumpet, and then I just remember I just puffed my cheeks and pretend I was playing, and looking back, because I worked with kids a little bit, it must have been so obvious. I was just
Oh, he knew.
Well, that's Nathan's uncle. I don't know if you know that, but I played saxophone in Mr. Hewling's band in middle school, and I did not know how to read music. I just had a really good ear, and I practiced a lot, so I knew what the fingerings were, but I could not read the music at all at that point in time. So,
my theory is still lacking. I'm iffy on the theory. I've been trying. With my band, I had a band for a little while, and they helped me into learning more of it because all of a sudden I had to communicate with other people. I started just the singer-songwriter style. It was me, my guitar, and then the band. Everybody had taken classes at Berkeley at one point or the other, or new theory, and I just was and then now I'm solo again, and I know more theory than before because I'm using the looper and all the mechanics. Definitely, all the gadgets require that I know some form of theory to get through it. So I'm like,
cool. Well, will you show us what you've been up to?
Yeah,
will you play a little music for us?
Will you play a song for us?
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna play a song called "Day by Day." It's kind of like how we're living a little bit now.
Awesome.
It's like this. It's it's to remind us to. I use music in general as medicine. You know what I mean? For me, it helps me escape all things before COVID, after COVID, definitely. Day by day is just to remind me to try and continue to be the best me, and inspired by the great people that I've met in my life.
Amazing. We're going to turn our video off so that people can just focus on you.
We'll be back.
And then we'll come
after.
back after the song's over. Okay.
Yeah, have fun.
Cool. I live my life day by day, night by night. I dream big, the way that I did. We were just kids. This morning, I'm so in it. Don't focus on the minutes, the world keeps spinning. It's about pushing limits, not losing, winning now. All that I can. To let the good vibes reach my sick of mind. Teach me to keep my feet beneath me so that I can stand and I clear my mind. I'm not one for being hateful. I'll be humble, I'll be grateful, I'll be serving, I'll be wasteful, and I'll take my time and I laugh out loud. See my future, I don't fear my goals and see it clearly. They're coming from behind silver line cloud. Live my life day by day, night by night. When I dream big, I was just a kid. The dark, keep my eyes open, so I can find the forgotten, revitalize all that's rotten, and of course I'm always open to fix everything that's broken, and I keep my eyes wide. Negativity, the habit, and I need to establish a firm belief in magic, let the wonder inside of me. I'm always gonna smile, working hard and making path back then in different ways, so I need to pretend to play because I got the heart of a child and I'm always gonna grin. So the world has got some evil, I believe in people, so balance and the peace and positivity, bring to life. Live my life, day by day, night by night, oh, night. I dream big, the way that I did when we were kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
Ah,
thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on here and for sharing your music with everyone. And
Thanks for having me.
everyone, please go to Kali. Kali, what's your Facebook page, like fan page? What's it called?
It's Kali and Ancestors in Training. We're all, the idea is we're all ancestors in training if we leave a good world behind where people can exist. So yeah, so that's it right there.
Amazing. So everyone go check out Fan, Kali, and Ancestors in Training, and check out his live streams. And thank you so much. And hopefully it's not another 20 years before I see you again.
Yeah, definitely not. We'll make it definitely not happen. I'll update you guys up next time I come up to Burlington.
Okay.
Right?
Awesome.
Thanks.
Bye.
Hey,
See you later. Oh, Kali Amari Stoddard. And that is our show, everybody. We had John Doerr. We had Brittany Carney. We had the Emma videos. Please.
come
We
on.
had Ruben Jackson. We had Kali Amari
A
Stoddard.
very weird interruption by a guy who likes boogie boarding.
Boogie boarding guy. And, we're going to do this again next week because that is what we do. Oh, we had said
Tell people what's on tomorrow night.
tomorrow night is our second installment of Red Light, Green Light, which is a webisode competition. So local people are making 5 to 7 minute webisodes, and then the audience gets to vote on which webisode moves on to the following month for another episode. So we have some from last month that have moved on to this month. You're going to see episode 2. You can even catch up. You can go to our YouTube page and you can catch up because they're saved. And then tune in tomorrow night. Anything else you want to? Oh, again, Native American. What? Native American Rights Fund. I thought you said Arts Fund. And I was like, that's not right. The Native American Rights Fund. You can donate to our Venmo, and we will put all of that money to them. Or you could just donate directly to them. That's fine too. But thank you all so much for joining us every Friday night. We love doing this so much, and we really appreciate you. We can't wait to do this in person.
Stay safe. Love you all. Good night.
Bye.